human beings, it is our duty to keep our surroundings clean. It does not matter whether we have or have not contributed to the pollution. What matters is that global warming and climate change affects everybody. Besides, there is no problem in doing the right thing.
I, on behalf of the Department of Sociology, would like to first of all extend my most sincere thanks to the Lord our God. We also thank each and every one of you for being a part of this online program. Our sincere gratitude to our principal, Dr. R.M. Lingdor, and coordinator IQAC, Dr. Mrs. G. Lingdor, for granting us the permission to organize this program. I also extend thanks to all the teachers of the department for the cooperation to the program. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to place on record a hearty thanks to the students of the department for the support and enthusiasm to make this program a successful one. Once again, I thank you for your cordial cooperation. Thank you.